We are not running. Now we're running.
Now we're running.
Now we're running.
Okay.
We keep running.
Just stop. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Welcome back. Welcome for the first time or welcome back.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
All those things.
This is a great episode to get started on, although if you are starting, I recommend starting from the beginning. But whatever, it's not like it matters.
Or at least the start of season 2.
Yes.
Because that's when we get really good.
Yeah. So we are Soul of a Gamer podcast.
Soul of a Gamer.
Wait, can you do that again?
Soul of a Gamer.
What's that missing there, buddy?
I don't know.
Podcast!
Oh, shit. It doesn't need to say that.
No, it doesn't. Every week we take a game, we review it, and we tell you how it is, and we say fuck, and we say bitch, and I cuss a lot, and then
and then I say stupid shit.
Yeah.
We argue, and
we
he thinks some things are awful, and I think they're great.
And then sometimes we get 30-minute blowjobs, and then his wife complains about lockjaw. So there you go.
That's what happens.
Yep. Because she's weak.
She's a very loving and amazing woman.
Okay, but she's weak.
She doesn't get blowjobs like you do.
Oh,
sure.
Good. All right, guys. Last week we played. Steven, this was your part.
No.
You know this.
I do know this.
You know this.
What did we play?
I don't remember, honestly. So you know this. I looked to you for support because I didn't know.
Wow. Did we really just fuck that up?
I forgot completely. Oh, well, last week we played a game.
Yeah,
we played
that game.
The best game of all time.
Scott Pilgrim. Oh my god! Wow.
We played Scott Pilgrim last week. It was okay. I liked it.
Yeah,
it's still a fun game. It's just weird. But this week we go back in time, way back when we were kids and the world was cool and black people weren't getting shot everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, they were still getting shot.
Yeah, they just weren't on the news.
Yep. Goldeneye. Speaking of gun violence, let's get right into Goldeneye.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's do this. Start us out on the first one.
What's on the box?
Beautiful.
Okay.
So what's on this box? I actually haven't read this box, so we're going to find out together.
Are you reading this?
Sure. So it's Goldeneye 007, only for N64. I'm pretty sure that was...
It was only for X64.
Oh, shit. That's crazy.
And it was the game of the year.
What a terrible thing to do.
In 98?
You did probably sell way more copies if you branched out to other devices, right?
No, they sold more Nintendo 64s because of...
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you'd probably sell more copies of the game if it was on PlayStation as well. So.
And there was a leaked remake that never actually got released that someone found, and I think you can try to find it online, but...
No, we could probably find it online.
Yeah.
So you are Bond, James Bond. You are assigned to covert operations connected with the Goldeneye weapon satellite. M will brief you on your missions and objective from London. Q Branch will support your efforts with a plentiful supply of weapons and gadgets. Moneypenny offers you lighthearted best wishes and you're on. Moneypenny was the worst. She'd be like, ooh, you're going to the jungle to fuck a bunch of girls? Wish that were me.
Right?
That's all she ever said. Your mission begins in the heavily guarded chemical warfare facility of, oh my god, facility at the Bielomori Dam.
That's pretty close.
Bielomori?
Akafire.
In the USSR. Look and shoot in any direction as you navigate 12 interactive 3D environments. Use stealth and forces as you see fit in matters of international security. Consider the military personnel expendable. You are licensed to kill. Exciting 3D environments. Highly intelligent enemies.
You know, as far as back of the boxes go, that was one of the better back of the boxes that we've seen.
They go for like explaining who you are, talking about just the first mission, not giving too much away.
Tells you actually that there is 12 missions in the game. Tells you like what kind of things you're going to get into.
Yeah, and it only says 12, even though there's 14 missions.
Yeah.
Because there's 2 secret, it only mentions 12, which I like too.
Yes.
So that's really cool of them.
And it just gives a very vague description of everything. You use gadgets, you use guns, you have a license to kill, you're a spy. Like
Moneypenny wants to fuck you. It's very vague.
Yeah.
Very vague.
Yeah. So I actually really appreciated the back of the box.
Yes. All right, on to our next segment.
Are we jamming?
Are we jamming? So they took every sound. This is just like we had another game like this where they just took the sounds from the movie Star Wars. Yeah, so which is cool. I mean, the James Bond theme is just iconic. Like everybody knows it.
Exactly.
But I mean, so they took that and it's really cool in some parts. I will say that the music is actually really good.
Oh yeah.
Like you go through and you feel like, oh, I'm getting a suspenseful feeling here as it should be. There's no weird loud noises that are coming out at random times.
No.
If there is, it's because you're in a spot. Like even when you die, you get shot like, like I thought that was cool too. So the music is cool. And this is one of the ones that didn't have did this have a lead single?
I don't think so.
So the other James Bond games I play, they actually make a song for the title.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool. And they do that for the movies too, for the most part. But Nightfire, they had a great one.
Oh, I love Nightfire.
Oh, Nightfire is like, don't love me quietly. I love those things. They're so cool. But I don't think they had a lead little thing. I think they just started with the da-da-da.
Yeah, they just did the basic James Bond intro, and they did the whole thing where he walks up and shoots the bullet at the camera.
Yeah. And I think my favorite was the right before you're about to go on the mission. It almost sounds like how does it go? It's the
sounds like you're doing Halo almost.
I know, because they all sound the same. It's that little, like, it's very low though. It's not a big volume part, but the music is actually pretty sweet in this game. They do follow the same structure over and over, but it really lets you feel like you're going through the missions very seamlessly.
All the songs make it just seems James Bond. Like James Bond has this sound that everyone knows is James Bond. Yep. So you hear any of the songs in the game and you're like, oh, this is definitely from James Bond.
Yeah.
You might not know like which game it's from or whatever, but you know that it's from the franchise. Yeah. And so that alone, just having that iconic of a sound that any one of their songs from this game, you would be like, oh, it's a James Bond game. Yep. Like that tells you how good the sound is.
Yeah, and I mean, you always, like I said, you always knew when you died. Like, man, that damn song came on again to tell me I'm a failure.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's just the music in this game. I will say it's on point.
Yeah,
because I think it's perfect for this game. If they had like a title song like they do in all the others, I think that would have been really cool. But early James Bond game. I think this was one of the first ones, or the first one. I'm not really sure, but.
I can't remember. I think there might have been some like Super Nintendo one.
I don't think so. I think this was the first one. I think because Goldeneye was such a big hit in the theaters.
This was at least the most popular one. Like the first popular one.
For sure. All right, let's move on to our next segment, which is...
How does it play?
So horrible. So bad. So this game, I don't know if you know this, but the way this game is supposed to be played after reading a bunch of shit on the internet about this, you have to have 2 controllers plugged in.
Yeah.
So this is a double analog game on a system that doesn't have a fucking double analog controller. Yes. So their ideal setup is to take 2 controllers. Your left is your movement analog, right is view analog, and I think right is shoot button is the shoot.
Yeah, and left is gadgets or
something like that. It's so weird, but you're supposed to be holding 2 controllers as one player.
And that actually is part of the game and designed in the game. Like if you go to the control schemes, like as the settings in the game, you can actually set it to 2 controllers.
Yeah.
So, and that's even on like on all the emulators and stuff too. It actually says 2 controllers as an option, and it's very interesting, I gotta say.
It's really cool. Like that was my thing about that. I'm like, oh, they really wanted this to be on a system that had the double analog, and unfortunately even the PlayStation kind of had a double analog, but not really, because this wasn't a movement analog.
Exactly.
But this game was like a pioneer into a double analog controller, which later on, that was that's what everyone did except for PlayStation, because they're jackasses.
Yeah, and if you were playing this with one controller, you just had to hold down one of the buttons to aim. Otherwise, you'd be moving always.
Yeah.
And so because of that, though, a lot of times the best way to play this game is to run and gun and hip fire.
Yeah, really.
Because the aiming
of hip fire is so good, though.
It's got this auto aim assist that a lot of people didn't even know about. This is one of the first games to have the auto aim assist as well. And it actually, like, as if an enemy walked in front of you, your gun actually moved towards them.
Yeah.
So as long as you were like firing, and ammo in this game is
plentiful.
Unless
you're playing on Secret Agent, then you don't have any.
Yeah.
Like Secret Agent, I played the first 2 levels on Secret Agent, and I'm just like, this is impossible.
Yeah, I wasn't even going to try that.
You have to just play this game forever, and then you'll get those levels done on Secret Agent.
Yeah. And the aim assist is actually turned off on Secret Agent as well.
Is it? Okay, that's why I sucked.
Yeah.
that's one of the reasons. So maybe next time I'll try with the dual controllers, but man, that was hard. Yeah, the aiming in this game is kind of shitty. You use the what's it called over here? The C buttons?
The C buttons, yeah.
So you have to use the C buttons to, if you don't want to sit and aim, you can like move your target left, right, up, and down, but there's no lateral movement or diagonal movements, unfortunately, and that makes it really hard to like aim at people.
Yeah.
Snipers are basically worthless in this game. It's so hard to snipe. God, and they had this thing where instead of you're always viewing where you're viewing, it brings you back to the center.
Yep.
Which is a really shitty concept.
Yes.
That's really stupid because as you're trying, you have to hold it in a certain position. And my hands, I get shaky with this because you're just like sitting there trying to hold it in that position, not trying to over it, go under it. It's so hard and difficult. And I think this game was a little too early for its time. And that's why this happened this way.
Which is why I think they really should release a remake for this game, because this game is phenomenal. But like the control scheme for it was just so bad. And honestly, like the Nintendo 64 controllers is one of the most hated controllers of all time.
I mean, I don't know. It was fine.
Like it was fine for most games, like Mario 64, Banjo, all those kind of games. It was perfectly fine for.
When you're games like first person, it's harder.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a problem. The shooting's a little bit of a problem in this game. It's not fluid. You barely see the bullets.
Yeah.
I will say it's really cool because if you shoot a wall, that always stays.
Yep.
So it never goes like other Halo. You shoot a wall and eventually that shot fades away on the wall.
Yeah, eventually. It stayed pretty long, and like Halo 2, I think had the longest bullet staying.
But this one, it's just forever.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool with this game. Weapon choice in this game was pretty cool. They're weird weapons though. Like there's no overpowered weapon.
No,
really, unless you're getting one of the golden guns, which it's just stupid. They're stupid because you don't even use them really. You have to be on agent all the time, and it's a special. Yeah, like I think they should have in this game. They do an unlock thing where you have all these secrets to unlock by doing challenges in the actual levels that they don't announce, so you have no idea what the challenges are.
Exactly,
you just have to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Which I assume came out on like Nintendo Power or something for the challenges.
Either that or like all these games used to come out with game guides and stuff too.
Yeah. So, well, that's what I mean. Like, they probably released something in Nintendo Power about it and then released a game guide or something.
Yeah.
But one of the things you can do is get the golden guns, which is a one-shot kill, and the golden PP7, which is a fucking phenomenal gun, holds 7 bullets.
Which I didn't even know about that one. You told me about that one.
It's a one-shot kill, but when you do that, you can only play missions on Agent and only like they don't count towards doing any progress.
Oh, weird.
So if you wanted to unlock a secret, you couldn't do it on with the golden gun, which I think is stupid.
That is really stupid.
Because getting it was hard in the beginning. So
that's true.
I just feel like if you're doing that, you go for the golden gun first, and then it's easier to unlock some of the other secrets.
True.
But instead, they just decided to say, fuck you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, fuck you, asshole. Thanks,
so there was like some sort of a shotgun. I don't know the names of all these guns.
The shotgun only comes on one level.
Yeah. There's I think the sniper was a Dragunov.
I have no idea. So the sniper, the AK-47, these 2 submachine guns that were fucking sweet.
Those are the ones you could dual wield?
Yeah. A couple little pistols which you could dual wield. A Desert Eagle kind of gun that you could hit with. Or maybe it was a Magnum or something.
I think it was a Desert Eagle, but
I don't remember.
It's one or the other.
The PP7, which is his iconic like go-to gun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure the rocket launcher you could dual wield. This fucking rocket launcher.
Oh yeah, that with weird. Like, was it a rocket or a grenade launcher?
I don't know. Who cares? It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Explosive launcher.
An explosive launcher with a fucking machine gun.
Yeah, which
stupid as shit.
Which is what a lot of people ended up doing because they did like one launcher and one machine gun.
Well, you could only do it with the special machine gun.
Yeah.
Which was stupid too. And the weapons were always organized the same way, which is kind of dumb as well.
Yeah.
So you'd always have the PP7 up first,
mm-hmm.
then the AK, and then it would always organize them in the exact same way. But if you want one weapon over another one, you have to really just go through the organization. Yeah. And there's no hiding behind cover in this game.
No, not really.
You can, but the guys will just come right up to you and start shooting you.
But the good thing about having them chase you is that they would all all of them would chase you, and they would all clump into one thumb. So if you were using like the AK-47 or the dual wielding submachine guns, you could just...
That's great until you get the Secret Agent, and then you're fucking dead.
Well, yeah. That's why I never played it on Secret Agent.
3 times the damage or something on Secret Agent.
Oh, yeah, it's ridiculous.
Every bullet is like 2 notches of health, and you're like, holy shit.
Yes.
So it's really smart to be aware of where like the body armor is and everything, because otherwise you're dead.
And then the gadgets in this game, you had like the magnetic
worthless gadgets I've ever seen
thing that you used on one mission to get a key. And
you're trapped in a jail cell.
Yeah.
And you're like, they didn't take my magnet watch.
Yeah, I was like, all right.
I hid this one up my butt.
And then you had the laser that was attached to your watch, which you used on one mission too.
No, you didn't even have to use that.
Oh yeah, you didn't have to, but you could use it.
It was so much easier to shoot them than it was
because
to
the
use
laser,
the fucking laser.
Controlling the laser was ridiculously hard.
And they took longer. Like one bullet will destroy it, but it will take 2 seconds of laser fire to destroy it.
Yeah,
it's really stupid.
They had the karate chop when you were behind someone when you attacked them with melee.
Yeah, I never used karate chop.
If you could sneak up on him, and it was a one-hit knockout.
Sure. But like the sneaking in this game is so worthless. It's not even funny. Like
it takes way too long if you sneak it, because that's what I used to do when playing this game. And then I was like watching some videos of playing this while playing this, and I was just like, everyone's just running and gunning, and I was like, well, you can get done with this mission in 2 minutes instead of taking an hour.
Yeah, it's insane how awful some of these levels were, but how cool some of them were too. But they did the whole fucking Halo thing. They go from one point to another point and then backwards.
Yep.
Which I hate it. I hate that shit.
Yeah, it's definitely like I understand from a game development point of view that that's easy to do because you already have those levels built and you don't have to do like the whole ground up, especially for games that are older.
This one is way different though. You don't do it backwards.
Yeah.
You start at the same point you were at when you did the first time, and you're doing basically the same thing. And I'm like, why didn't I just do it the first time I was here?
Because you didn't know about that thing.
Oh, and years go by too. It's insane. But I think that's it for game mechanics. Shooting's okay. Everything's like, there's no jumping, which is fucking obnoxious.
I hate games that don't have a jump.
Yeah,
every game needs a jump.
Yes.
All game developers put a jump button in the game.
Or like, if it's not going to be jump, like Vanquish didn't have a jump, but they had a vault, which was equally as good.
Same thing with Outriders. Outriders doesn't have a jump, but it has a vault. Yeah, vaults or jumps. It's got to be one of those two guys. You cannot. These games are so much harder when you're just moving forward and you feel so sluggish. And I get like normal people won't jump side to side. This is a fucking video game. Yeah.
Like who cares? People want to jump side to side or forward or backwards or whatever. That's what we want to do.
And a lot of times
in there.
So I've actually looked into why some games don't have the jump feature. And it's mainly because they don't want people to break the game. Yeah. There's certain sections where if you could jump, you would be able to get on top of this.
Like in Halo,
Yeah.
People found out about secret spots where the walls are broken a little bit more.
All the super bounces and all those glitch spots.
Like I get it, it's shitty about breaking the game, but who cares? Like really, in the end, as long as someone's having fun with your game, who fucking gives a shit?
Well, and honestly, like game developers now, like there's a whole YouTube channel devoted to game developers watching the fastest speedruns of their game and seeing how broken it is. And it's funny how the game developers be watching and be like, oh man, we gotta yell at Todd in graphics right now because I don't think he ever thought of this.
Yep. Side point here really fast. Did you see that Deck 9 released what game they're releasing? So our buddy works for a gaming corporation, one in Denver.
Yes.
And he was saying that, this is gonna be a great game, and then it's just another Life is Strange game.
Yep.
I don't care about
Life is Strange True Colors.
I'm sure it's going to be great, but I just don't care about those games.
Yeah, so that's a strange one because the first one was done by a French company, and then the Before the Storm was made by this company.
Yeah, Deck 9, and then the next one's Deck 9.
And then Life is Strange
2
was made by French company again.
And then this is like Obsidian. Obsidian makes games that are like branch offs of other games.
Yeah,
because they made Knights of the Old Republic 2, and then they made Fallout New Vegas. So they take the concept that's already there, and I think they improve upon it because they're a fucking amazing company. But Deck 9 does the same thing. They take the concept that's already there, and then they improve upon it as best they can.
Yeah,
and it looks cool. So I was excited for the game to come out. I don't know if I'm going to play it, but
I probably will. I'm actually showing my wife the first one right now, and we're on the last part of that, and so once we get to that crazy reveal and shit, You've never played the first one?
I don't know. No, I played the first one, I think.
Oh, okay.
When it came out. So a while ago.
Oh, okay.
So I don't remember anything about it. I did play the first one, though.
Yes,
but that's
we might have to play it for the podcast. It's
that'll be great. Actually, I'd like to play the first one and
Before the Storm.
Yeah, we could probably get both of them in. Anyway, that was just a little sidebar.
Yeah, whatever.
But that's basically all mechanics in the game. This game is, 90s games, guys. They are so simple.
Yes.
They come out, they're like, all right, they got an up button, a down button, a side button, they got a shoot button, and that's it.
Well, and let's be real here.
And an aim button.
The story was not what sold this game.
No.
It was the multiplayer.
Well, and the violence. I think the violence sold this fucking game.
It was Pierce Brosnan, the whole James Bond thing.
Oh, can we talk about that in mechanics? Can we talk about how horrible the characters looked? Oh my god, you go up, they'll do like a view and like try to make the character look badass, and they'll like get a close up on their face, and I'm like, oh my god, what's wrong with the face?
This game did what a lot of these other games did back in the past, where we could talk about this.
They tried so hard.
We should just have an art category possibly.
Or throw it in Are We Jammin' or something.
Yeah, but
oh my god.
So it was just pictures of these actors, but with like the shittiest cameras.
Oh my god.
And they were just placed on these polygons.
And they were like, so the way they have to have a line down the middle and then the sections of the face, because it has to be what am I thinking? Parallel? Or no, not parallel, yeah, parallel, I guess. It's got to be the same. Symmetrical, yes. It's got to be symmetrical.
I was like, what are you
And because it's symmetrical, it looks like fucking shit. Like, it's crazy how bad. Like, the woman looked, she's supposed to be the hot one in there. And I'm like, oh,
Natalia
God,
or whatever her name is.
Yeah. Natalia Romanoff?
I don't know.
I don't think that's.
I think you're just mixing up Black Widow.
I think it was something that I couldn't fucking pronounce, so I just started calling her Romanoff.
Yeah, sure.
So, but yeah, the graphics in this game are awful, and when you get close up to people, you're like, oh god, what's wrong with this? Pierce Brosnan's good looking. What happened?
Which I will say this. Going with when we were playing Far Cry and stuff, I kind of said this a little bit, but I'm going to reiterate this. In Far Cry 5 in the arcade, so the arcade was something where people create their own maps and do whatever they wanted with it. There's a guy who actually recreated most of the missions of Goldeneye in Far Cry. So
that's cool.
Far Cry's shooting mechanics and Far Cry's graphics, and it's beautiful.
Nice.
Like I did the snow level and the dam level.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is fantastic.
Can you get the missions in there though?
They're like almost, I don't know if they're the exact like same missions or if it's just killing the enemies and stuff, but
killed the enemies.
I think it was just killing the enemies.
It'd be hard to get the missions in there because you have to build. That's building an entire video game.
But I mean, as far as just like visual and aesthetics of Goldeneye, it looks fantastic.
Okay.
Like you get really into the nostalgia of it. Like even on that snow level, like it had the helicopter in the background. It had everything. Like I was like, oh, this is so cool.
All right, I think we're ready to go into story time. Hit it.
So,
Worf or nah? What do you think of this game?
When this came out, this was 100% worth every dollar you could have to spend for it. I think for nostalgia, it's fun to go back to it, but it's hard to find. It's not an easy game to play.
No.
And honestly, like, it's so old that it's not like worth. I think it'll be fun to do the multiplayer, but I don't know otherwise. Like the story mode's worth buying this for. Yeah. So I'd go Worf-ish.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go Worth with this one. Okay. Now there's reasons behind this. We didn't talk about the multiplayer too much in this.
Yeah.
But when this game came out, the multiplayer was an insane fucking multiplayer. You had so much fun playing with your family and friends, having like people come over and just do shit with you. Like that was so cool.
There was like basically when this game came out, there was like 4 games that everyone played. And it was Mario Party, Mario Kart, Goldeneye, and
if you owned an N64, he means. Like, because if you're on the PC, you play Doom with a bunch of people.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
The multiplayer for Doom was shit, but you looked like you were running like
Yeah.
fucking insane. But in this one, like, it was just so much fun to have people come over and play GoldenEye.
yeah.
Like, I used to do it as a kid all the time.
And like it's still even funny, like in the movie The Night Before, it's the Christmas movie with Anthony Mackie, Seth Rogen, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. They go back to Anthony Mackie's mom's house in the movie
GoldenEye.
and they play GoldenEye.
Yeah, because that's the shit we did in the 90s, guys. I mean, if you're listening and you were born like late 90s, in the early 90s or in the late 90s when we were like 7, 8 years old, I mean, we loved this shit. That was so much fun to do. And this made a market for multiplayer games.
Well, and me and my friends were playing these games even in like high school and stuff. We'd pull old GoldenEye out, we'd pull Nightfire, we'd pull Agents Under Fire out.
Nightfire is just too much fun. Guys, we will do Nightfire one day.
Which Nightfire was on the Xbox.
Played it, fucking play it.
Wasn't it?
It's on everything.
Yeah.
That they were like, we need to sell copies to make money. We're putting it on everything.
So we'll have to play that one.
Yeah. I already own it for GameCube. That was the first game I bought.
Xbox. So.
Oh god, it was so much fun. But anyway, I'm gonna go Worth with this just because nostalgia is an amazing thing.
Yes.
Like, really it is. Like, with Pokemon Red, same thing. Nostalgia is just so amazing in your life. Mm-hmm. And you play this game and you feel like a kid again and you remember good memories of times with your friends and all that. But also, this game at the time, it was fucking phenomenal.
Well, and see, that's like kind of the thing, because like to me, the nostalgia factor, like games like, so the same era, like Banjo-Kazooie is a game I still play to this day. I love this game. I've played it 6 times. I've played the entire story. Got all 100% of everything in the game like 6 separate times, and I still do it. I love the remastered version of it. Like, if they made a remastered version of this, 100% worth it. Everyone needs to buy this instantly.
Guys, you don't know this about him, but he has a Banjo costume. Okay?
I wish.
That he makes his wife wear in bed.
That'd be awesome.
And I'm just sorry, it's disturbing, and I don't like it.
I would love
this. This is an intervention.
I'm sorry, Jen. I don't actually want you to wear a bear costume. It reminds me of a comedian.
And you're like, you're about to take my Tui.
There's a comedian who's talking about like fetishes. And he's like, I don't know why people get mad at people with fetishes. They're just weird boner landmines. Like, you don't know you have them until you have them. It's not like you're sitting there and like, Dad, what do you do when you get older and you want to get married? And he's like, well, when you love someone, you both dress as a bear and you lick honey out of each other's butts. And I was like, what the fuck?
Fetishes are fun. Unless you're like, I'm into child. And I'm like,
that's one fetish you can't have.
Yeah, that's not a fetish. That's disturbing.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, I go Worth with this game just because of the time period it came out was really just, it was innovative. It's different from every other game that came out during this time. It's one of the first-person shooters that came out that was actually fun. Like, it was a crazy fun game. And even playing it back, I'm like, the controls are kind of shitty. And I should have tried it with the 2 controllers. I really wanted to. But I don't know. It was still fun. It was still fun to play. So if you get a chance, I'd definitely play it.
I definitely think it's worth it.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it.
That's it.
The next game we play. Oh, God, this game.
Night Trap.
Oh, yeah. God.
They're here behind you. Night Trap.
I'm so excited for the We Jammin.
I know, me too.
All right, guys. Well, we appreciate you guys for listening. Again, always just come check us out on every platform. We're on everything.
Yes.
Check out our TikTok that we've been doing.
Yes. So that's under the Stephen McGee.
Yeah.
I don't have it under a Soul of a Gamer thing. I'm kind of doing it under mine because it's tied to my phone number. If you guys need to contact me or get a hold of me, it's way easier for me. So I'm going to be posting a lot more stuff for our channel on that. We also have our YouTube channel, Spotify, Soul of a Gamer podcast. And then, we're on Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, and let us know. Everything. I mean, we're going to be doing games that we got suggestions for from a bunch of people from doing a video on TikTok. We just had these games planned out already, so we didn't want to change that lineup. But we have them in the next lineup, so that's going to be fun for us. So just throw out suggestions, and please make sure they're real games, because one of them was not a real game.
Yeah, one of them was really... I couldn't find it.
Unless it's like an indie game that he made himself or something, or she made themselves.
Yeah, I think it was a
he. No fucking idea, but...
So I did post a TikTok, and a bunch of people gave suggestions. We are going to give shout outs to every person that suggested those games when we play those games.
Yeah.
So just listen out for your name. We're definitely going to praise you because we love getting any feedback at all. So
we'll post pictures of you and your address and your phone number, and we'll tell people to go to your house
and give you candy.
And okay. All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening again. This is Soul of the Gamers signing out.
Bye.
Love you.